Stop sounding like a know-it-all. Ever been called a know-it-all? It's time to rethink how you communicate. Using certain phrases can unintentionally make you sound unapproachable. Let's dive into why avoiding these phrases will help you come across as more friendly and open. Sounding like a know-it-all can alienate others and make conversations less enjoyable. It's crucial to be mindful of how you express your knowledge. By avoiding certain phrases, you'll foster better relationships and more meaningful interactions with those around you. Starting a sentence with "actually" often comes off as a correction. It can make people feel like you're nitpicking or undermining their statements. Instead, try to acknowledge their point first before adding your perspective. Saying "everyone knows that" dismisses the contributions and knowledge of others. It can make people feel undervalued and less inclined to share. A more inclusive approach would be to share your information without assuming everyone is already aware. Using "I already knew" that can belittle someone's effort to share something with you. It implies that their input is unnecessary or redundant. Showing appreciation for their contribution, even if you're already aware, will make them feel valued. When you say "in my opinion," which is correct, it comes across as dismissive and arrogant. It implies that your opinion is superior to others, which can alienate those you're communicating with and make you seem unapproachable. Using "clearly" in conversation can make you sound condescending. It suggests that the information should be obvious to everyone, even when it might not be, and can make others feel belittled or less knowledgeable. When you start a sentence with "you should," it often feels like unsolicited advice. People may perceive it as you imposing your views or decisions on them, rather than offering helpful suggestions or engaging in a collaborative discussion. Saying "as a matter of fact" introduces a pedantic tone to your conversation. It positions you as someone who needs to emphasize their correctness, which can be off-putting and make others less inclined to engage or share their thoughts openly. When you say "let me explain," it can imply that the other person doesn't understand the topic. This phrase can come off as patronizing, even if your intention is to be helpful, and may discourage meaningful dialogue. "I read somewhere" often comes off as name-dropping, suggesting that information is only valid when sourced from specific readings. This phrase can undermine others' contributions by implying their points lack credibility and less backed by external references. "To be honest" implies that others might not be truthful, casting doubt on their integrity. This phrase can make you seem insincere, as if honesty is an exception rather than the norm in your conversations. "That's not correct" directly challenges others, which can create defensiveness and shut down open dialogue. This phrase often comes off as confrontational, making it harder to foster a collaborative atmosphere. "I have a better idea" belittles others' suggestions, implying that their contributions are inferior. This phrase can stifle creativity and discourage people from sharing their thoughts, leading to a less dynamic exchange of ideas. "Trust me" assumes authority, suggesting that your opinion is more valid than others. This phrase can come off as patronizing and might make others feel their insights are undervalued or dismissed without proper consideration. Saying "I've done this before" can sound dismissive by implying that your experience is more valuable than anyone else's. It subtly suggests that there's no need for further discussion, undermining collaborative efforts and potentially stifling new ideas or perspectives. "This is how it's done" carries an authoritative tone that can make others feel like their input is unnecessary. By stating it this way, you shut down alternative methods, discouraging creative solutions, and making team members feel undervalued and unheard. Using "in my experience" can undermine others' experiences by setting yours as the standard. It implies that your past encounters are more relevant or valid, which can alienate colleagues and create an environment where diverse perspectives are not respected. A recap of key points is essential to reinforce the message. Summarizing the phrases to avoid ensures that viewers leave with a clear understanding of how not to sound like a know-it-all. Encouraging viewers to like, subscribe, and comment on phrases they think make people sound like know-it-alls fosters engagement. It opens a dialogue, allowing for shared experiences and collective learning, while building a community around the content. Summarizing the discussed phrases, it's important to remember that words carry weight. Using phrases like "actually" or "everyone knows" that can unintentionally come off as condescending, diminishing others' contributions and making conversations less engaging and more confrontational. To foster better communication, opt for more inclusive language. Phrases that validate others' perspectives and invite collaboration create a positive atmosphere. This approach not only enhances relationships, but also encourages open dialogue and mutual respect. If you've ever caught yourself using these know-it-all phrases, now is a great time to be more mindful. Share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more insightful tips on effective communication.